Good morning, class. So, before I start my discussion this morning, I want you to settle down, fix yourself, and pick up pieces of paper so that you will be able to be in your comfortable areas as you listen today. And I hope that you're all ready for our discussion this morning. Okay, settle down, take your seat, sit properly. So, how are you all today? Once again, good morning. Oh, I'm happy to hear that you're all doing fine this morning. So before we start, let's have our prayer first. The Father, Son, Spirit. Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna take your seat. Now let's have your attendance first. Who is absent today, class? Oh, it's so good to hear that no one is absent today, and I hope that you will carry that attitude starting from today up to the last day of our school year. Okay, can you do it? Yes, you can do it, class. I believe in you. Now, our topic for this morning is all about SI units and conversion. So, have you already encountered this topic or have you already tackled this in your past years? Okay, some of you have already encountered it and some of you do not encounter it. Okay. So, today I will make it a very simple and very um understandable topic for you, especially for those who not have encountered this topic, you know. So, let me first present to you my learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, students should be able to identify the 7 base SI units, list common XI prefixes and their corresponding factors of 10, and apply knowledge of SI units and conversion in solving chemistry and real life problems. So I hope that my lesson objectives are all clear with you, class, and you have understand it. Okay. Now I want you to count one, two, three for our activity, for our motivation activity this morning. Yes, count starting from Miss Jessa. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In a count of 10, I want you to be in your group so that I can give you the instruction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now class, listen. For my class this morning, I will be using or I will be integrating a leaderboard type of strategy. Now, this is what you're going to do. Every time I ask someone to answer a problem, or every time I have an activity, if one of your group mates or if your group answer the questions or the problem correctly, you will gain a points in the leaderboard. It corresponds to a points, okay? Now, I want you to list down your group mates or your group members in a 1/4 sheet of paper and you write your group name, the group name that you want for you to be called, okay? Now, I want you to form into C form facing me because that would be your form or that would be the seating arrangement up until the end of our lesson this morning. Okay, for our activity this morning, first activity is called the mix and match game, not the mix and match in Jollibee, but the mix and match game that we will use this morning. So here is the instruction. I have here 3 envelopes that will be given to you. May I request May to Gunan to give the envelopes to the groups? Okay, and the illustration board. Now, here is what you're going to do. Inside the envelope, there are words, numbers, and symbols which you are obliged to arrange and match it to its corresponding correct match numbers or words. So you will just match it and put it and paste it in the illustration board. And after so, you will present it in the front and each correct answer corresponds for 2 points. Okay, understood? Now, let's I will give you 5 minutes to do the activity and your timer starts now. Okay, time's up. May I request the group 1 to present their answer? Yes, Miss Jessa. Okay, let's check. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, the group 1 gain 8 points. Let's clap our hands for group 1. Next is the group 2. Still the same. 8 points. Let's clap our hands for group 2. For group 3. Okay, 2 for 6 points for Group D. Let's clap our hands, everyone. Okay, thank you so much. You are doing good. And are you all familiar with the words that I have given to you? Have you encountered those words? Yes. In your daily lives. Like example, you are buying in the market. You will ask the vendor, how much is the kilo for the rice? How much is the kilo for the kilo price, diba? You have encountered it every day. So now let me present to you your leaderboard scores. For the Group 1 MA, we have 8 points. Group 2 Fighters have 8 points. And the Group 3 Cute for 6 points. So as you can see, there are still blank tables, no? Because it will be filled later with our different activities that I will be presenting to you. Now let's proceed with the lesson prepper by knowing what is SI units. So may I request Ralph to read what is SI units? Thank you so much, Ralph. So the SI units are the measurements that is used all over the world to find the accurate and the precision of every measurement. Diba? It can be used in chemical, medicine, and real life problems or example. Now let's know who established and what is the purpose of SI units. So the SI units is established by the General Conference of Weights and Measures in 1960. In what year does the SI units establish? Correct, 1960. And the purpose of this is to provide a standardized, no, consistent framework for measurement globally, bali consistent, no changes in the measurements all over the world. Now, let's know the importance of SI units. After knowing what is SI units, let's know how important is SI units. Now, in global standardization or in real world, no, it ensures that the consistency and the comparability of measurement worldwide, and it facilitates especially in different aspects of technological development, technologies, trading, and research, and different action and in etc. Now, in precision and accuracy, it also provides highly precise and accurate measurements and essential for scientific experiments and industrial processes. For simplicity and scalability, it based on the multiples of 10, making it easy to understand and use and scalable for both very large and very small measurements. So this is simplicity and scalability. You will really realize that importance later as we go through with different examples. Now let's know the 7 base units, or these units are very useful in the SI units. Now here is a table of the SI based units. For the symbol, name, and the quantity, as you can see, the second, we have the symbol of S and the quantity is for time. For meter is M and it is for length. Kilogram is kg for mass. Ampere is A for electric current and Kelvin for K for thermodynamic temperature, and MOL for mole, amount of substance, and CD for candela or the luminous intensity. So I want you to really be familiar and know the symbol because you will use it later for the solving. Okay, so I want you to note that in your notebooks. I will just give you short time. Are you all done? Okay, are you all done? Now let's move with the XI prefixes. So here, may I request Bizival to read? Okay, thank you, Bizavel. So here in SI prefixes, it allows its expression of large and small numbers by attaching prefixes to base units. Prefixes, like symbols, diba? The shortcuts of different words, diba? It ensures uniformity in measurements also. Now, here is a table of the common uses of XI prefixes. For the prefix of kilo for kilogram, we have the symbol of K and the factor of 10 is 10 to the power of 3. Now, in example of use class, I want you to look in the example in use. Focus on it. Now, for 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. 1 centimeter is equivalent to 0.01 meters. 1 milliliter for liters is 0.001. And for 1 micrometer is 0.00001 meters. And for 1 nanosecond is 0.00001 seconds. Again, what is the equivalent of 1 kilogram to grams? How about 1 centimeter to meter? 1 milliliter to liters. Okay, very good. Now, remember that class because you will be using it later. Now, I want you to watch this video for an additional knowledge of the SI units and conversion, okay? No talking
Welcome to
class.
Moo Math and Science in the SI units of measurement. Science involves taking measurements, looking at this data, and sharing data with others. Whether you are a chemist, biologist, an engineer, or even a medical, if you want to know more about the SI,
Okay, may I ask Jeffrey to share what are the key takeaways that you have learned in the video? Okay, very good. You have learned the importance of SI unit and how to use it. And you have learned that it can be used in many aspects in life, like whether you are a chemist, an engineer, or whatever it is. Okay, thank you so much, Jeffrey. Now we're down to the problem solving. For the problem one, and for the problem two, I will be the one to solve that one. And for the next problem, I will give the floor to you. Okay? So now let's have an example. So our first example, let's make it simple first, okay? Our first example is to convert 5,000 meters to kilometer. So the first step that you need to do, class, is to identify the starting point and the desired unit. So the starting unit is the meter, and the desired unit is the kilometer. So you have to get the equivalent of the kilometer, no, kung saan conversion sa 5,000 to kilometer. Then next is you have to set up the conversion equation. So imo na siyang i-arrange. So 5,000 meters times 1 kilometer. Now, let's identify the conversion factor. So, what is the equivalent of 1 kilometer to meter? From the table that I have shown you earlier, class. Okay, very good. It is 1,000 meter. So, what will we do next, class? Sige. What will we do next? Yes. First is you have to cancel out. So, pwede repod siya, no, nga you can multiply the equation, then you can cancel out. But the easier way is to make it easy, no, you have to cancel first the same unit, which is the meter, so that the remaining unit is the kilometer. So, who can multiply it to get the correct answer? Sige, 5,000 times 1 divided by 1,000. How much is it? Very good, Miss Abby. So, it is 5 kilometers. So, this would be your final answer. So, do you understand, class? Do you want another example? Okay, I will give you another example. Let's have another example. So, for our another example, we have the 250 milliliters, 2 liters. So, again, what will we do first, class? Yes, to identify the starting unit and the desired unit. So, the milliliters are the starting unit and the liters are the desired unit. So, what will we do after identifying that two? Yes, we have to identify or to write the conversion factor. So, what is the equivalent of 1 liters to milliliters? According to the table that I have shown earlier again. Yes, so 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 ml. Okay, very good. Then, we have to set up the conversion equation, or we have to write the equation. So, 250 ml times 1 liter over 1,000 ml or the milliliters. The next is you have to perform the multiplication. Very good, Miss Mariel. So, 250 times 1 is equals to 250 divided by 1,000. How much is it? 0. 0.25. Now, what will we do again to get the final unit for the final answer? Correct, Mr. Jeffrey. We have to cancel out the same unit. So, cancel the ml and the ml. So, the remaining unit is the liter. So, 0.25 liter. So, do you class understand? Okay, very good. Let's have another example, but let's make it difficult, okay? Have you understand my example? Okay, very good. You're very smart. Yes, you're very smart. Okay, now, once I ask who want to answer the next problems, it depends on the first person to shout science. If you will be the one that can shout science, you will be given the chance to answer the problem. Now, for the problem 3, wow, group 2. For the problem 4, okay, group 1. Okay, now you're given the chance to answer, and I will check it later, and it is equivalent for 10 points for the leaderboard. Okay, Miss Jessa and Ralph, the floor is yours, and the blackboard is also yours. Okay, I will just check it later. Wow, all of your answers are correct. You're great job, class. So you really understand my discussion this morning and you really listened with the discussion this morning. Now, to prove that you really understand the discussion this morning, let's have another activity called the SI Units Relay Race. Now, for this activity class, listen. You're already in your group, same group. Now, as you can see, I have arranged here 5 questions in different group. This is the group 1, the group 2, and the group 3, Manisha. So, what you're going to do is, you will get one piece of paper, small bond paper, which has the questions to be answered. Then you need to answer that question in your group. Now, here, class, if you feel that your answers are correct, and if you are done, you need to bring your solution and your answer to me, and I will check if your answers is correct or wrong. Now, if your answers is correct, you can proceed with another question and answer it. And each corresponding question have points. Now, if you get it wrong, you cannot proceed with another question, yet you are given the chance to um change your question with the question that I have provided for your group. So again, if your answer is correct, you can proceed with another question, and if your answer is wrong, you cannot proceed yet, you can change it. So you can solve problem as many as you can, and the more problem that you can solve, the more points that you will gain for the leaderboard. Do you understand, class? Okay, very good. You are given 30 minutes to do the activity. And after that, I will declare the leaderboard, okay? Timer starts now. Okay, 1 minute and 37 seconds left. 35 seconds left. Okay, time's up. So let's check. Okay, give me some time to edit the leaderboard. Let's check. Now, let me present to you the leaderboard, the total and the ranking. We have the group 1 Emmy, we have 43 points and ranked as the third. And the group 2 fighters gained 61 points, which is ranked as the first. And the group 3 cute is 56 points, which is ranked as the second. Okay, congratulations everyone for doing a great job this morning. Now, let's have a short recap. Okay, now settle down, class. You know, settle down. Arrange your chairs and listen again, okay? Now, let's have a short recap. Now, for the 7 base as a unit, remember, it is a meter, kilogram, second, ampere, Kelvin, mole, and candela. Again, um, how much is 1 kilogram in grams? 1,000. Very good. Now, remember also that accurate conversions between units ensure consistency, precision, and reliability in scientific measurements. And proper use of conversion factors and dimensional analysis helps avoid errors in calculation. Now, to finally finish our discussion this morning, let's have the 3-2-1. This is an individual class. This is not in group. So, you get a 1/4 sheet of paper. Okay, get your 1/4 sheet of paper now. Now, listen, class. You need to write 3 things that you have learned, 2 things that you found interesting in our discussion, and one question that you still have in your mind. Again, 3 things that you have learned, 2 things that you found interesting in our topic this morning, and one question that you still have in your mind. I will collect that one and I will read that later in the faculty office. Okay, understood? Now you have given 3 minutes to do the activity. Okay, time's up. Pass your paper forward in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, class, do you really understand our topic this morning? Oh, it's so good to hear that you really understand our topic this morning. So I hope that you learned something from me and you learn all about the SI units and conversion. Okay? See you next meeting and thank you for listening, class. Okay, goodbye everyone.